recruit your boy.
Who's that?
I don't know, whatever quarterback you have.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, whatever his name was. I'll tell you what, I restarted one. On Mississippi State in the SEC, and I got this quarterback. Second game of the season, he tore his abdomen. And I'm number 2 in the country, and I have no idea what I'm going to do because all I can do is run the ball. All my other quarterbacks are horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting times. It's funny. There's a lot of like 22 to 24-year-old kids I work with, and they're like, "You game?" I was like, "Oh, I game a lot."
Oh, I currently don't even have Xbox Live at the moment because I forgot to update my payment method when I got my new debit card. So it's only like $15 a month.
Yeah. I have it. Mine's $11.99.
Okay. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Wombo Combo Show. I'm Ben Yukonis.
And I'm Ben Kepler. What's up, everybody? How's your week going?
Hope you guys are having a good weekend. There's some college football on the day, but nothing crazy. But
Army-Navy.
Big game.
Right?
Army-Navy game. Big one right now. That game is actually going on. Navy's up 7-0, but go Army. Beat Navy.
Which one of the military institutes is the one who's doing extremely well this season?
Army.
Is it Army?
Mm-hmm.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah. They only have like one loss on the year.
They were ranked at one point, right?
They're still ranked.
They're still ranked.
So
go Army.
They're 22.
You're an Army guy. Go Army, dude.
Go Army. Hell yeah. So I didn't go to the West Point or nothing, but
is it only West Point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's like
Okay.
their college.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
what's up, OC from Idaho, dude? Boise State guy, I would assume. And C. Dave, how you doing, man? I would probably go Dowdle just because of Brees's injury, brother. Let's get into some football for this week. We got a little bit to talk about. First thing, obviously, we're going to talk about Thursday's game, or lack thereof.
Oh, yeah, lack thereof,
man,
for sure.
The only person, Moody, it might be like the best fantasy player out of that game. Honestly?
Probably.
Like him or Cardi, the other kicker. I think Cardi was probably better.
Probably more.
He probably was the best fantasy player in the whole game.
4 field goals.
Yeah. I played Cooper Cup.
Ouch.
Big. So this is second week in a row this has happened to me.
Yeah.
I played Jaden Reed in the clinching round. Jaden Reed got me a 0. I somehow won. Now, Cooper Cup just following back week over week.
Goodness.
Like, why don't we just make me miserable all the time? I wasn't too thrilled about that, guys.
That's rough.
I was telling Ben a little bit before the show. At halftime, I was even like, dude, this will be like super simple. Second half, it's Cooper Cup. He'll revitalize the game. 5 catches, 70 yards. No problem. Second half. No, he didn't have anything. Rach, what's up, girl? Thank you so much for the fest burst there. I really appreciate it. If you're live on TikTok with us, we always love having you here during the podcast portion. That's awesome. Yeah, dude. Total bum. Total bust for the day.
Yeah.
The picture of Jake Paul's face over top of his jersey.
Yeah, that was
hit
hilarious.
real hard.
That was hilarious.
If you check out our TikTok and YouTube pages, we have a couple different things that Cooper Cup related memes that I put out there because
those were funny.
I was not too happy about it. But other than that, though, we seen the 49ers obviously falling apart. Devondre Campbell, I wanted to talk about that with you.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that too.
Bro.
Like,
dude. Okay, first of all, to start it out with him, he was the captain on the Green Bay Packers, was a guy who never missed a game, was Mr. Reliable before he came down to the 49ers this year. Now, what I wanted to add to that is before he signed that contract, he knew exactly what he was there for.
Yeah.
He was to fill a pair of shoes until Dre came back.
Yeah.
Because he's certainly not Fred Warner.
No.
In any right.
No, Fred Warner might be the best linebacker in the league.
With a broken foot.
Yeah. Like
or whatever. He has something broken, right?
It's broken foot.
It's broken foot? Okay, yeah. So yeah, Devondre, what a way to absolutely ruin your career. What team is going to want you?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, you just quit. You
Like,
literally just quit. Like,
because here's another thing. Would you think, and this is what my opinion is, when you quit on a team of the echelon of the 49ers, like the 49ers are like the Steelers or like the Cowboys,
yeah,
or
their brand is big
their
enough like
big
that.
brand. You don't quit on that.
No.
Like, I could see if it was like, I don't know, maybe the Browns and somebody got upset. Now, don't get me wrong, the Browns are pretty prestigious in their own rights.
Yeah.
But still, quitting on an NFL team, and especially one that's in the upper echelon of NFL teams and has a big fan base.
Plus, you just said it too. You're playing in the NFL.
Yeah.
You're getting paid to play a game.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know. Did you ever quit on your high school team?
Absolutely.
Did you quit on
anything.
Did you quit on your college team?
No.
Why would you quit in the pros?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I just
like I don't understand it. Like, I mean, he was still getting like in the game, but like he wasn't the starter anymore because Greenlaw came back,
which
so,
he
like,
should have known.
Yeah. I mean, no, it was known. This game was kind of circled for Greenlaw's return. So, like, I don't know, man. Grow up, dude. Grow up, dude. He's a veteran in the league. Like, he's been around before. Like, I don't know, man. Sorry. Plus, some guys are just better than you. Like, Greenlaw's better than you. Warren is way better than you. I don't like. You got to understand your role on the team. You know,
you have to understand your role,
like that. And
then also when you signed that multi-million-dollar contract, you knew.
Yeah, he knew
this was going to happen. So for you to react like that, for me, is like watching a toddler get mad that they can't have candy.
Yeah,
that's literally how I feel about that. We'll move on from that game, guys. Obviously, the 49ers' chances for playoffs has really diminished after that loss, if not completely gone. They're going to need a lot of help. They don't hold their own.
They would have to win out, and they would need
multiple teams.
A lot of people to start. A lot of teams to start losing.
Yeah. So for them, not looking that great. For your Rams, though,
looking good. Looking okay.
Good. Looking
okay.
They're going to push for maybe 7th spot. I think.
Yeah, that 7th spot, and they can also still get the division somehow.
Yeah,
they're not mathematically done from the division.
Are they 1 game behind Seattle?
Yeah, they're 1 game.
1 game behind
Seattle.
They're
7-7. Seattle is 8-5 currently.
Yeah, and I think that given the way that Seattle's been playing, I think that there is a chance. The Rams just put up so many points against the Buffalo Bills. That's what really I think. Because you and I were talking about that. We're like, Matt Stafford and the boys are back, so. Yeah, they're going to start doing well, and then that's kind of solidified our point.
They're getting healthy at the right time.
Yeah, with all their offensive line, everything.
Their offensive linemen coming back.
Absolutely.
I mean, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, arguably the best wide receiver core in the league.
Except for this week.
Puka
did good, but
except for this week. I mean, but arguably they're a top 5.
I would say so.
Wide receiver
they complement each other too because they're both completely different wide receivers as well. One's a physical guy, one's a route runner.
Yeah.
So. Anyways, we'll pop into the first game here, Ben. I'll take this one. This one, I kind of got a little bit of news for you guys. It's not like the greatest news in the world. Looks like Derek Carr is going to be done for the immediate future. I'm not sure. They haven't put him on IR yet, to my knowledge. The last time I checked, he hasn't been officially placed on IR.
Yeah.
But they're saying multi-week absent. I think they're shutting him down for the season. Jake Haener is going to come in and play quarterback this week. Mr. Zesty, the kid who took all the Zesty pictures for his rookie introduction. So he'll be the starting quarterback this week. I don't suggest him in fantasy football, guys. One thing I did want to mention is Kamara all week was on the injury report for illness. He was sick all week. There is a cold going around everywhere, it seems, right now. I've already kicked it, thank God.
Yeah.
But he's apparently kicked it too. It looks like Kamara is going to be a play. Kendre Miller, I think, is the backup's name. Just not sure of his first name. I know it's Miller. That he was kind of a high transaction trending player this week because of that. It doesn't look like that's going to be something that comes to fruition. We're going to be seeing a lot of Kamara. Opposite side of the football. Noah Brown, done, out.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
He is done. Some sort of internal injury, like internal like a organ bruising or something, something serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got hit on a play, so he's done. They went and grabbed a wide receiver this week, and for some reason, as soon as I went to say his name, it escapes me. It's KJ Osborne. That's who it is.
Oh, yeah, okay.
KJ Osborne was released by the New England Patriots. Didn't like his role in the offense, guys. So they waived him. Kind of like a smooth transition. They both agreed that he just wasn't wanted here.
Yeah,
or
he
needed.
just wasn't part of the offense.
So the Commanders have picked him up. I do see him being if you're in like 16-man league, I would snag him because I think week 15 and 16 or 16 and 17, he'll get into the offense. You have to think. He's not going to really be fighting anybody for targets if he's taken over for Noah Brown, who is already wide receiver 2.
Yeah.
It's De'Ami Brown and Terry McLaurin and Ertz. He's going to be the other guy.
They got Luke McCaffrey, too.
And Luke McCaffrey. Very true, the rookie Luke McCaffrey. But I don't know. I think he's someone to add to your watch list, guys, just because of, injuries late season. It's not bad to have somebody stashed, you know what I mean? If he could do something.
I don't recommend him as a waiver wire pick.
I wouldn't pick him. I would watch list him.
Yeah.
I would watch list him for week 15. I don't think he even plays this week. But I would watch list him and see what happens. If you need a filler come week 17 and you're in the championship, at least you have a couple guys that we're going to list off for you for options for you. Other than that, though, Marshawn Lattimore is going to make his appearance.
Is he?
His first game as a Commander, and guess who it's against? The team who traded him away, his Saints. So that'll be interesting. Team's really excited about that. Doesn't look like we're going to have Austin Eckler again. That concussion is just lingering too long.
I think he's on IR.
He is on IR.
Yeah,
he is on IR. There's another player who's getting ready to come back off of IR because of concussion. We'll get into him later. Wanted to ask you, Ben, where do you see this game going? Do you think it's Commanders' easy pick?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they kind of roll in this one.
Okay.
Saints don't really have a chance.
I think this could be a sneaky game. And the reason why I think it could be a sneaky game is I was talking with a couple Saints fans, and they said that they think that they have – no, it's Saints fans, a little biased. But they said that they think that they have this game, and the reason why they think they have this game is because throughout history, the Saints only win games that they shouldn't when they're bad. That's like their thing, apparently. They win all the games that they shouldn't when they're bad. And then they start losing to teams that are of their their level, like 5 and 8 right here. But they beat.
But I don't see that.
I
don't see that happening at all.
I'm with you. I think it's 27-14.
Maybe
Commanders.
If they had Derek Carr, I could see that. But they don't have Derek Carr.
Yeah, I don't see this Hainer kid really doing much of anything in a positive way. I don't know. He's come in a couple times and he's thrown a pick or so. He doesn't really look very acclimated. I don't like the other backup out of South Carolina.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler.
I liked him earlier in the season. His play was not very good. Just didn't transition very well yet. He's a rookie.
Yeah, but he's still got time.
I'm gonna take Commanders in this one.
Yeah, me too.
You go ahead and take the next one, man. This one, I really hope this one is an upset.
Oh my goodness! What
did I just do?
Just
hit the forward button. You'll be fine. There we go. And then hit C more.
I can hit the forward button again.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
All right. So this one, oh my goodness, I hate this game. It's the Kansas City Chiefs against the Cleveland Browns.
I like the Browns. I like the Browns in this game.
Dude, but I do. It's just it's the Chiefs. They're using some type of dark devil magic and have the refs in their payroll.
They have Taylor Swift doing voodoo.
Some
that
crap
is
like
for
that.
sure.
And it's just like the NFL is just like, hey, we're gonna have the Chiefs win as many games as we possibly can.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know.
And it's
for money.
Like, yeah, and they already are the 2010 New England Patriots.
Oh, dude, yes,
they're going to be this team for the next how many years? Mahomes is in the league. It's just going to get this special treatment,
right. And the reason why it's like this is because Patrick Mahomes is really turning into Tom Brady of the 2000s. And I think we kind of talked about this, and I put something up on Facebook for our fans to kind of talk about. Does he not complain to the refs all the time? And in that Raiders game, he literally asked a ref to let him know when the edge was coming around the corner so he would move. What are we doing here?
Yeah, no, it's just
what?
Nah,
man, that's a hard no for me.
Yeah, I used to like the Chiefs. I used to like Patrick Mahomes. I still like Andy Reid. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Andy Reid's funny guy, good guy. But it's just these Chiefs are annoying now.
They're super annoying. Marquise Brown might come back next week. How about that?
Yeah, no, this was around the time where he was going to come back.
They're saying it's a little early. They thought he'd be back like
for the playoffs. Yeah,
but I don't know. I just don't wish anything good for the Chiefs, and that's not any like real hate. I'm just tired of it. Like like I was saying last show, every commercial in between my football game. If I'm watching the Steelers and Browns, I shouldn't be watching a Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid commercial about State Farm Insurance in between. Do you know how annoying that is? Like, that's all I have to say about it. That's all I have to say. So, who are you taking?
Man. The Chiefs.
You're taking the Chiefs. I'm going against you. I'm going to take the Browns. Ben, let us know, who do you think fantasy players, who should we highlight for the Browns and Chiefs?
Let's see. I would highlight Kelsey and Hopkins.
Okay, looks like Njoku's out.
Njoku's going to be out?
Yes.
Oh boy. Then
I would go
Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Jerry Jeudy,
solid play.
Would you take Winston or would you take Patrick Mahomes in this game?
I would take Patrick Mahomes.
You would?
Over this game.
Okay.
Over for this game.
Okay.
Just because.
You like the defense of the Chiefs better?
Yeah, I like the defense of the Chiefs better. Their defense is playing good.
Their defense is what makes them that record. It is not Patrick Mahomes in the offense.
Yeah.
That is something that everybody has seen on tape.
But yeah, no, Jameis he makes too many mistakes. There's too many picks.
I don't like Pacheco. Reason being is Browns defense is good at one thing.
And that's stopping the run.
And that's stopping the run. So I would stay away from Pacheco in this one, just personally. He also hasn't really, since he's come back, hasn't been amazing.
He's just warming up.
Yeah, he's still warming up to get that rust knocked off.
Yeah, I don't know how well. We'll see.
Come the week 16, 17, I think he has better production. But I don't
semifinal and final rounds.
This isn't a good matchup for him to warm it up, I don't think, just because it's the Browns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Next game we're going to cover here. This is the Bengals and the Titans. Bengals keeping their playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, big
with
win
that win last
against
week.
Dallas.
Mm-hmm. I like what I'm seeing out of the Bengals offense. I don't like anything that I see out of the Bengals defense. We've obviously said that a multitude of times this season.
It's a historically bad defense.
Yeah, it's extreme. It's crazy that in the AFC North, we're talking about two teams, the Bengals and the Ravens, who have atrocious defenses, which is so abnormal. So abnormal. Anyways, getting back into this one. Excuse me. The Bengals and the Titans. I really don't like any Titan in this game outside of maybe Pollard. I know that, we just talked about how leaky and how bad the Bengals defense is. I just don't trust the Will Levis experience to really be putting up those yards against them. We seen what Cooper Rush did. I would kind of compare Cooper Rush's stats last week to what Will Levis can do this week.
Yeah.
I honestly have a small feeling Will Levis might be getting benched.
Again. Not again, but because he got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt. But the injury flared up a little bit more. Takes one more big hit. I think he goes back to the bench. They use that as an excuse to put Mason Rudolph back in.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything out of Will. He did good for 2 weeks, better than average.
Yeah.
But they played absolute garbage teams. Mm-hmm. So, congratulations, Daniel Jones.
So he's got another nice garbage defense coming up.
He's got a nice garbage defense, but he doesn't have a garbage offense to, keep the game close or anything. Their offense
is almost just as bad as the defense.
Yeah, the Titans, that's what I was just going to say. They're on the same playing field. The Bengals defense is as bad as the Titans offense is. They're 1-1.
But if he does get benched and Mason Rudolph comes in, then just
it might get better.
Call it for Westbrook Akine for a touchdown.
Honestly, call it for Westbrook Akine for a touchdown if Mason Rudolph comes in. We'll skim through this one real quickly here. I think that it's pretty easy to call out who we're going to play in fantasy football. Joe Burrow did come up questionable, dinged up. He is off the report. He is good to go. He came back into that game. He put that sleeve on.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed completely fine.
Yeah,
he was mobile. I would have no concerns about that, guys. Jamar Chase, obviously wide receiver 1. T. Higgins, slow week last week. I do see him coming back a little bit this week against the Titans defense that's missing some cornerbacks. The guy they got from the Chiefs this offseason.
Snead.
Yes. He's done, so It's weak in that backfield. Other than that, though, Chase Brown is going to be the other guy that I highlight in this. For the Bengals, pretty easy picks. Titans, I would only go with Pollard if you have to. Otherwise, I would stay away from this game if you have any Titans. I don't really love Westbrook Akine. I don't love Calvin Ridley or Okonkwo, their tight end. Next game, though, this is probably going to be a decent one, right? I think so.
Yeah, Miami Dolphins against the Houston Texans. I think this should be a good one, but I think the Dolphins. I'm just going to go ahead and say the Dolphins are going to win.
I think the Dolphins are going to win as well.
Because I don't trust C.J. Stroud. Not nearly as much as I did last year.
No, he has like epitomized sophomore slump. You would think that C.J. Stroud somehow made the Madden cover the way that he's playing. It's not very great.
Yeah. I mean it's a
little bit of offensive line struggles.
It's like,
I do get
it
that.
loop like this year should be the season that he should have had his rookie year, and then his second year as he progressed should have been this year.
It's like him and Bryce almost flipped.
Just like as progression wise.
Yeah.
How you're supposed to progress.
How you're supposed to, right?
You know?
Well, in the NFL, though, it is natural to be really good your rookie year and have sophomore slump.
It is.
So,
it is true. That is very true.
I wouldn't really, if I was a Texans fan, be concerned.
No, I think for the next 10 years or so, he's going to be fine.
He's going to be
good.
absolutely fine.
So, he is a franchise quarterback there. So, I think he'll be fine. Moving forward,
this season though, I don't know. There's something
and
that
he
needs
can
to change.
still save this year with these
100%.
last few games.
I give it to you. You're right on that.
And it could start this week, but I don't think it's going to. So I think Miami wins.
I don't think it is going to. Texans do not have that division locked down yet. Ben, why don't you cover for us who you think fantasy players are going to be for both teams here? Good bit of them.
Yeah, good bit of them. I like Tua. I like Tyreek Hill. I like A-Chain. I like Janu Smith.
For sure.
Waddle.
Scary last week.
Waddle as not a desperate, but a wide receiver 3.
But yeah, he'd be a wide receiver 3. The whole injury report thing kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't have a questionable tag going into the weekend.
No, but he did. And I just like this. I've had Waddle, and what I've seen in the past is if Waddle is injured and they take his tag off, there's a chance that he gets into that game.
Yeah, no,
hurt.
he's
known
to
do
get
that.
re-injured during the game. So I mean, I get that, but that's why he's still
a 3-4 guy.
Yeah, 3-4.
I get you.
Flex player. Let's see. Texans. Joe Mixon.
A definite start.
You play him because it's Joe Mixon and he can get 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns, 150 yards.
150 yards. So I like him. It's kind of difficult with the receiving core and their tight end.
I like Nico.
I do like Nico.
I don't like Dell.
I don't like Dell. I haven't liked Dell all year.
No, Dell has had him and Stroud have been simultaneously having their sophomore slumps. But I mean, if the quarterback is the wide receiver.
So really, I would C.J. Stroud as a quarterback 2.
Yeah, I don't like him as a quarterback 1 either.
Yeah, for super leagues. Or super flex leagues.
Flexes, yeah.
Super flex leagues and 2 QB leagues. I could see him as your quarterback 2.
Yeah, I would take Tua over Stroud.
But I would also take Tua over Stroud. So
who do you think? We both said Dolphins. We think.
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins.
Okay, I think you got everybody for fantasy. Dalton Schultz is kind of like the wishy-washy tight end. If your tight end got injured, like if you had Njoku, I'd consider Schultz as a top option.
Schultz is like a bust and a mid-level boom for you.
Yeah, if you want to be like, okay, I want to try to at least get 6 points out of this position. Dalton Schultz.
Okay, now a low level of points.
Moving into the next one, this one should be a blowout. We got Tommy DeVito playing quarterback for the Giants.
Can we just say the Ravens win 52-0, and it's the Lamar Jackson show, and Derrick Henry scores 2 touchdowns?
Oh, I got a question for you. I got a question for it because I know that we both think this is going to be a blowout. A couple just hot takes I got for you.
Yeah.
What if the Ravens do so good by the second quarter they pull everybody? Are you worried? Would you be worried about in fantasy football? They won't need to.
It depends on the only person I could see who would be doing well in that situation would probably be Derrick Henry
or Lamar. Yeah, I could see them pulling Lamar or Derrick if they're up 31-3 in the second quarter, the end of the second quarter, going into halftime. I could see Lamar getting benched for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
There's no reason to play him at that point in time. This Giants team is missing a lot of key
Yeah,
players.
Drew Lock is not going to play. He's in a walking boot. They're going back to the Italian.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's all the cutlets. No, Tommy DeVito probably is the better quarterback, to be realistic.
Probably.
What we've seen out of Drew Lock the last 2 weeks, what we were talking about on Tuesday, the whole running sideways and not getting the first down thing.
Yeah, that was
Just
bad.
not good
that
looking
was real
football.
bad. I saw that, and I was like, dude, I could have got the first
Yeah,
down.
it's not good looking football at all. Fantasy players in this game, it's going to be pretty brief. Lamar, I would be worried that he gets benched in the fourth quarter because they're killing him, but I would still play him. I like Zay Flowers in this game. Giants do have decent cornerbacks, but I think that he's able to get open in that backfield or in that secondary. I like Derrick Henry, obviously. That's an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Andrews, obviously, again, easy one. And
He's
then
in tight end one.
Yeah,
range.
tight end one for sure. Tight end, I would probably put him in the top 8 for this week.
I agree.
Because every team is
agree.
playing. I would say that on the Giants side, it's the slimmest of slims. The only person I am taking is Tracy Jr. I'm not playing Neighbors. I know that the Ravens are bad against the pass, but we have to remember that Tommy DeVito is going to be throwing the ball to maybe Neighbors. He's been on the questionable list all week, putting up minuscule practices. Like he's been practicing, but not in full length.
So, I mean, I could see one of the wide receivers getting all their points in like a garbage time.
Like a Wan'Dale Robinson just getting like 13 points because they threw a touchdown with 2 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, something like that.
I could definitely see that.
But yeah, no.
It's Ravens all day.
It's Ravens.
It's Ravens all day. And this one, next one, this is a team of losers here for you.
Yeah, this is the loser bowl.
You
this
dropped
week.
to Aaron Rodgers this week.
I
Why
did
don't
drop
you tell
Aaron
them about
Rodgers,
what you
so-
pulled off? You
Yeah, no. So
stupid-
yeah, but this is the Jets going to the Jags. So yeah, someone in our 2 quarterback league dropped Bo Nix and Tank Bigsby.
well, I
So
dropped
someone-
Tank Bigsby.
Yeah, he dropped Tank Bigsby. And I had Aaron Rodgers, and I was like, I really don't want him as my 3rd quarterback
So he
in
went and
case
got
something
Bo
happens to my 2 starters. So I picked up Bo Nix. I got him off the waiver claims in the waiver wire, and I got Tank Bigsby.
Yeah, so a little bit of back history as to how that happened. Our league isn't that crazy and that easy to get good players, guys. Our someone who is trying to clinch the playoffs, and it's a double quarterback. You're only allowed to hold 3 quarterbacks on your team.
Yeah,
This guy
that's
didn't
our
pay
personal
attention.
league
Yeah,
rule.
that's our personal rule. He didn't line up his bye weeks correctly, so he had Lamar Jackson and Bo Nix on bye weeks last week. So he had to cut one, and he cut Bo Nix. And well, now he's got Aaron. He got Aaron Rodgers.
He did. He did get Aaron Rodgers.
It's a downgrade.
So
Anyways,
it is a downgrade.
let's take a
and
look at
I
this
believe.
game here and who you think would be
So-
starters for the Jets and the Jaguars.
Oh man,
It's pretty slim.
it is slim. Brees Hall is out again, right?
He's leaning towards out. It's leaning towards out.
Leaning
He hasn't
towards out.
practiced all week. I'll get you an update while you go over
So-
the other ones. But
But
I'm
yeah,
pretty
no.
sure he's solid.
I like both receivers for the Jets this week
Okay.
with Adams and Wilson.
I like Adams and Wilson as well. against the
And
Jags
I think Aaron Rodgers, because Jags don't have a great defense, but I think Aaron Rodgers' ceiling is quarterback 2.
Brees Hall expected to play.
Expected to play?
Mhm.
Okay.
He
so
got a full practice in yesterday. It was his first and only practice of the week.
okay.
That's iffy.
That's
That's
iffy.
real iffy.
If you wanna risk it for the biscuit, go ahead.
yeah, I would.
For
know if I
a lot of, I know a lot of people are in the quarterfinal round. Some people are in semis.
yeah,
this
and
week.
if you are in semis, I bet you're mad because that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a little early. 1 week too soon.
Bye weeks in the playoffs. What?
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But for the Jags,
Tank.
Tank,
Maybe BTJ.
maybe possibly BTJ. His floor is like 8 catches for like 80 yards.
ETN.
Like that's his floor.
Yeah. ETN wasn't terrible last week either out of the pass game.
Yeah,
He ended up
getting
having, like,
receptions.
12 PPR. So
Yeah.
he would be a low-level flex for me, ETN. I would put Bigsby ahead of him.
Yeah,
as
I
a
like
higher
Bigsby
flex.
as like a higher flex play RB3
Mm-hmm.
type.
And that's where I put BTJ as well, wide receiver 3 or flex. Yeah. That's
no, same.
And then for Devontae and Williams, would you put them wide receiver 2s? That's where I have them ranked, wide receiver 2 level.
Yeah, wide receiver 2 with the potential for wide receiver 1.
Yeah. Okay. And who do you think wins this game? I'm going to lean that the Jaguars somehow pull this game off.
I think the Jaguars win this game.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But it's in Jacksonville. I just feel like somehow the Jaguars win this game. Mac Jones obviously played for the Patriots for years, so he knows the Jets defense. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out.
I'm going to say Jaguars.
I'm going to say Jaguars as well.
All
Next game here. This one, I'm going to hot take this one. I definitely am. This is the Cowboys versus the Panthers, my future new team that I'm going to be a fan of one day. Not yet, though. Dude, Cowboys, it's so slim. I think they traded Micah Parsons this offseason. Really believe that. I really believe he gets traded. Yes. I think he does. I think that they go and get some picks to put around Dak.
Yeah.
I think that's the move. CD is obviously going to be the play in this one. I think my only other play for the Cowboys is going to be Dowdle. I don't think that he's the highest of plays. I would rank him right there along with Breece Hall. Or not Breece Hall, but the Jaguars running backs.
Bigsby.
Yeah, I would put him in that Bigsby range. I think that I have faith in the Panthers defense more than I have faith in the Panthers offense. I do think the Panthers win this football game.
Do you?
I full-heartedly believe the Panthers win this football game in Carolina. I think they win. I think J.C. Horn and company.
Yeah. This isn't. They're in Carolina.
I think they're in Charlotte. I think that they win this game. I'm not going to say it's a high-scoring game. I'll give you like 17-14, 20-17, 24-17.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Panthers pull this one off because they almost beat the Eagles.
They've got the vibe going.
They played tough against them Eagles.
Played tough against the Eagles. Played tough against the Chiefs.
Yeah, and Chiefs.
I mean, they've shown me enough to say that when they get to these mid-level teams, even though they're not very good, the Panthers, they can take them out. I would say Chuba Hubbard. Excuse me. Chuba Hubbard's probably the only play that I would really consider on the Panthers other than Thielen.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say I like Thielen.
I like Thielen wide receiver
Thielen.
3 range.
They get Jalen Coker back.
Oh, nice. The
this
rookie.
week.
Okay.
Who Bryce Young likes to target.
Yeah, and he was doing half decent.
I don't think it's going to be like as much as it used to
Snap
be
count?
because all the wide receivers are healthy
Oh,
now.
right.
So
They got David Moore, they've got Leggett, and they've got
I
Adam
think
Thielen.
David Moore is the one who's going to fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it'll be Thielen, then Leggett, and then Coker.
I think so.
Or whichever. I don't know what the exact depth chart order is.
I would say this. I think that Adam Thielen probably gets covered by Diggs and company. I think they highlight him, and I think he has a slower game because of it.
Yeah.
That's just the vibe that I have.
can see that too.
But are you going Panthers with me?
Yeah, I'm going Panthers with you on this one.
All right, let's go Panthers Nation. I don't know what the Panthers slogan is. I'm going to have to figure it out, but Panthers, let's ride.
All right, Panthers, let's ride.
These are the 4 o'clock games, Ben. Why don't you bust us
We're
into
in
those?
the 4 o'clock. Yeah, so next, the first one we got is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Los Angeles Chargers.
Why do you keep getting the playoff games and I keep getting
Los
the bum
Angeles.
games?
Well, because I'm the better Ben.
All
and
right.
There's
all
nothing
right,
you can
yeah,
do about it. But no, we got the Buccaneers going into LA to play the Chargers.
I benched Baker, man.
I think this is gonna be a good one.
I think it's going to be a good one.
I think it's gonna be a good one.
Do you think it's high scoring or low scoring? Chargers like to
Man.
keep games low scoring. They're the best defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, yeah,
I have Baker benched. I played Purdy. I'm not happy about it, but I played Purdy over him because I was that scared about Baker playing against the Chargers.
Well, I'm
playing him?
I'm on bye week. So it
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
matter.
you were both on bye week. Let's
We're on
go.
bye week. It don't matter.
Yeah, I have Baker benched. I don't love it. I'll tell you this. I have Baker in 2 leagues. I benched Baker for Purdy, but I started him over Stafford.
Okay.
So I hit and I missed.
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah,
50-50 right now. Who else do you like in this game?
Let's
Fantasy
see.
football wise.
Fantasy football. I mean, I still like, even though you went kind of
I went off
negative
on
on Baker. I still like Baker Mayfield in this one. I think he's going to be fine. Maybe like a couple turnovers, but like that's what Baker Mayfield does.
True.
And he'll still throw for 3 touchdowns or whatever.
Okay.
So I think Mike Evans is a start for you.
Good game. Over 100 yards, you think?
Maybe.
He's really pushing.
I can see like 80 for 1 touchdown
Okay.
with like 6 or 7 catches.
Who do you think their number 2 guy is?
So number 2, I like McMillan.
McMillan?
Yeah.
Over Otten?
Over Otten.
Okay. Okay.
I like McMillan over Otten. He's like, I think he would be like a wide receiver 3 flex option for you.
Okay.
I still think Otten is like kind of a desperate tight end play now.
He's really fallen off over the
Yeah.
last couple of weeks. They just kind of phased him out of the offense, and I don't know if that's really because of the teams they played, having good middle linebacking play,
Yeah.
or if it is that hey they've caught on to what we're doing with Otten. We got
Yeah.
to do something else.
So, and the best one might be Rashad White.
I was just going to
Because
ask you running backs.
Bucky Irving is still questionable. He's a game time decision with his back.
I would lean away.
So,
from
but
him.
even and I would still kind of lean away from him.
Because they got Sean Tucker, they can bench him and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
I like Rashad White again.
Yeah, I do too.
Chargers side, I like Herbert. I think he can be he can
Who does
he can
better?
swing it.
Herbert or Baker.
I think Baker does better.
You do.
Yeah.
I disagree with you, but that's okay because I don't think it's by much. I think one guy has like 17, one guy has like 16. Realistically, that's where I see
Yeah.
these guys scoring.
Yeah.
But who do you like running back and wide receivers on the Chargers? It's a little different than it was last week.
It's really only McConkey.
You don't like Gus?
Nah.
I don't really love Gus either against this defense. They have a good defensive front. Vita Vea, Clancy from Pitt Panthers
Yeah.
last season. So they're pretty stout up front. I did want to
Vita Vea is
mention
he's a veteran.
who's that?
Vita Vea.
Oh yeah, super veteran.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking Clancy.
Oh yeah. Clancy.
He's a rookie from last season. He's supposed to be the next Aaron Donald per se because he came from Pitt.
yeah.
Do you,
Good luck.
Did you hear that Will Dissly is out?
Yeah, Will Disley is out.
They're going with
So-
something smart. I can't remember his first name. His last name
Yeah,
is Smart.
something smart, and I know who you're talking about. I don't remember.
I
his
don't
first
necessarily love him.
Name. It's like Liam.
Yes, it's something.
I don't know.
It's not an
I don't know.
average name.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, but I
His
did
last
want to
name's Smart.
say the head coach Harbaugh did mention that he will be taking over the position and will have a lot more looks moving forward the rest of the season. So something to take a look at. I mean, he did decent last game. He really did. I can't remember his stat line, but it was somewhere around 5 catches, 50 yards, something like that. So just something to, put him on the watch list. We do want to have watch list players, even though we're in playoffs. You still want to have guys that you're sitting there, not picking up yet, but if they're getting better week over week and they get better than one of your bench players, you can replace them with it. So just keep them as a look. Who do you think's winning this game, Benjamin?
I think the Buccaneers are going to win this game.
You taking the Bucs?
Yeah, I'm taking the Bucs.
You're taking the Buccaneers in L.A. You know what? I'm going to go with you on this. And the reason why I'm going to go with you on this is because Baker beats good teams that he's not supposed to beat. He beat the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
He beat the Eagles.
Yeah, he's the only.
I think that he can beat the Chargers as well. And I'm not saying the Chargers are on the same echelon as the other two teams I mentioned, but just proof to the pudding that Baker beats good teams.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with you. I'll take the Buccaneers in this one. I don't think it's an extremely high-scoring game. Again, 24-17 is my number of the week. That's where I'll probably lay there. I think you covered all the fantasy players pretty well. There wasn't anybody else to cover. Next game I'm going to cover here. I just keep getting the good ones.
Yeah.
Man, this is a game of horses. My favorite team, the Colts. Red, if you're watching live in chat today, love you, buddy, but Colts and the Broncos. So this one is going to be played in Mile High, 4:25 start. Colts, they're pushing for a playoff spot. They're in that not necessarily wild card race. They're in the the fringe or the hunt or
Yeah, they're in the hunt for that 7th seed.
They're in the hunt. They really need Miami
So are
Dolphins.
the Broncos.
Yeah, the Broncos are in though. At 7, aren't they?
It's either them or the Chargers. I think it's them. I think it's
yeah. I
Broncos.
think it. Yeah. Because of the fact that they lost one less game due to their bye week. Yeah, I think you're right. Anyways, Colts side of the football. I don't like AR in this game. Broncos defense very good. I actually don't really love JT in this game because of how good the Broncos defense is. But I would say that if you drafted him, you got to play him. I would rank him as a running back 2 this week. He's been kind of slow over the last couple weeks. Looking at wide receivers, we get Josh Downs back this week for the Colts. I don't know if I necessarily love him as a play. Do you?
No.
I don't.
I just don't love the Colts.
I don't love the Colts. I don't love the Colts under Anthony Richardson because I don't like the passing game. I think the passing game sucks under Anthony Richardson.
It does.
Dude, having under 50% completion, whether that's because of how bad the offensive line is or the play calling or whether it's whatever it is, it doesn't matter. If you're throwing under 50%, dude, I mean, I could go watch a high school football game with better stats.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, Colts side of
So,
the football.
I mean, he's still like a quarterback too because of his running ability.
Yeah, but only because of his running ability, and I will give you that. Fantasy football wise, it's a completely different story. AR super flex quarterback 2. And it's because of what he said, his running ability.
Yeah.
That also does take away from Jonathan Taylor, though, so that's
I know,
why
and
it worries
that's
me about
why
him.
Jonathan Taylor's been, slow
Not doing
the
as
last couple
well.
weeks.
Absolutely. Looking at the Broncos side of the football, I think there's a couple guys we can highlight. I do like the Broncos defense in this game. I'll be starting them in my matchup, so the Broncos defense is a play for me this week. I also like Devon Villay, your boy that you picked up in free agency.
I have him.
I like him. I like Cortland Sutton. And I like Bo, but I don't like any of the running backs, and I'll tell you why, even though the Colts defense is mediocre against the run. We don't know which one's actually going to be starting.
No.
We don't know if it's going to be
No.
Jaleel. We don't know if it's going to be Estime, and we don't know if it's going to be Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
And for that fact, if I don't have any of those guys on any of my teams, but if I did, they would never touch my roster unless like I had so many injuries and there was nobody to go get.
Yeah.
Because they're just bustable, like so bustable.
No. And
Who do you
even
think
if
wins this one?
Broncos.
I think the Broncos.
I think the Broncos win
This
this
is
one.
this is in Denver. I think that if there's a stadium that has the physical location is an advantage for one team, it's got to be the Broncos.
Yeah, for
Number
sure.
2 has got to be the
Just
Cleveland
because of
Browns.
the elevation.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, and Cleveland and Buffalo because of the lake
the
effect
weather.
snow.
Mhm. Yeah, and they're used to it. And nobody else except for maybe the Steelers seem to
So,
be.
and Green Bay because it just
Yeah,
it gets
Green Bay is
cold.
just in the tundra.
and they get lake effect snow there too.
Meanwhile, the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings both playing
They are in a
big
dome.
babies.
Bears are going to be in a dome here
Yeah,
soon too.
I hate domes for the NFL. NFL, stop doing domes. We're both taking
So-
Broncos in that game, guys. Sorry, Colts fan. We just don't believe in you.
Right.
Not this year. Next game
Right.
we're going to cover, Ben. Why don't you cover this
Yeah,
one? You
next
finally
week-
get a dud game.
we got kind of a dud one here. It's the Patriots against going into Arizona to face the Cardinals. I mean, the Cardinals have not been playing great
No,
lately.
they haven't been playing absolutely terrible either. The Seahawks game, they didn't look too good.
Yeah, no,
They
I
let
mean, that's,
Charbonnet
that's a
all over
division.
the-
Yeah, that's a division game too, and
Mhm.
Charbonnet
did-
8.
Charbonnet A in that game.
But
Cardinals wise, who do you like fantasy football?
Oh,
Because this
man.
is the
It's like-
Patriots defense.
Yeah,
they're at home.
James Conner,
Yeah, I like James.
I like James Conner.
Where do
Trey
you rank him?
McBride.
Where do you
like-
rank James Conner? I was like a running back 1, 2,
Running back 1,
but
like mid running back 1, leaning 2.
Mm-hmm. I feel you. on
Uh,
that. McBride top
so-
3,
McBride top 5.
top 5. Okay.
Top 5
Okay.
tight end this
Yeah,
week. Because
MHJ?
he just always is. No, dude, it's hard to trust
Yeah.
MHJ.
I'm with you.
Uh,
I probably.
it's just
Where do you? I probably put him as a 4-5.
yeah.
Probably a 4.
I-
But I'm not
I-
going to go as
yeah.
low as a 5. But I think MHJ is a 4.
He's a
wide
4, a
receiver.
desperate 3, a desperate flex play.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Uh,
Who else you like in this game, man?
Maybe Kyler Murray. As same thing as the other ones I've said. Quarterback 2.
Yeah, I would put him in as quarterback 2 for this week. He's been really boom or bust. Like he has games where he gets like 6 points, and he has games where he gets like 24. So it's like
Yeah.
not a highly trustable player. Do you think that Drake May is a better fantasy look this week than him?
I
Or
think
do you
they're
think
about the
on par?
same.
Yeah,
they're
I
on
think-
par
I think they're about on
with
par,
each
too.
other.
Would you play Ramondre? I know you traded him away.
I did trade him away as a flex.
I
RB3
would-
flex.
I would put him as a flex. I would grade him as a RB3 flex. Is that what you said?
yeah.
That's where I would probably rank him.
Yeah,
Anybody
no.
on the Patriots that you would suggest actually, other than Ramondre throwing into the lineup, a Hunter Henry or anybody
No.
like that?
Maybe a Hunter Henry if you're really hurting at tight end. But
That
I
would
mean,
be it.
I think now, at this time of year, I think everyone's kind of got their tight end.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Unless
So-
you have an injury like that in the Joku that we were talking about. Hunter Henry would be probably the most decent fill-in for
Yeah,
you out there.
probably, probably.
That's who I would consider
Well,
the
lately
best
it's
fill-in.
been Austin Hooper for them. But
Yeah, how weird. How weird.
so I don't know.
Who you got in
uh,
this game?
Man,
It's a hard one to pick.
I know.
I don't love either team.
I don't love either team. I think the Cardinals have a slight edge.
I think the Cardinals have a slight edge,
Uh,
and I think that slight edge might also be given by the fact that the Patriots, if they're winning in the fourth quarter, are going to be like, yo, stop winning.
Yeah. So I think the Cardinals will win this one.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to the Cardinals as well on this one. I guess our best play out of this game, what are we going to say, is James Conner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree too.
Yeah.
Next game, I finally get a good one,
There you
and I
go.
get a real good one. Awesome. This is the Bills. They'll be heading up to Detroit to take on the Roaring Lions, my second favorite team in the NFL. Ben, in this game, I think this is going to be score-palooza. Do you think that there's a chance this goes over 80 points?
Yeah.
I do too.
This might be the highest scoring game combined.
If this
for the
game
year.
turns out like the San Francisco 49ers Rams game, I will freak out.
Yeah. Or the wasn't it the Chiefs Rams game a few years back?
Yeah. Or how about the Rams Patriots Super Bowl? Like that one.
Yeah.
They ended in like 9 points scored the whole game. Anyways, in this game, guys, I do like a lot of different players. We got a lot of different news about a couple different players in this game. Looks like we'll be getting rookie Coleman back for the Buffalo Bills this week. He has been activated. Amari Cooper obviously has had an uptick over the last week in his usage as well. Kincaid is on the borderline. Last I looked a couple hours ago, it was leaning towards he was going to come back this week. I don't know if I really love Kincaid, where he's been in that offense and what he's been doing when he was playing.
Yeah, he's another one who's had a sophomore slump.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be game time decision with his knee. He's missed the last 3 games, and he was a full participant in the walkthrough and in Thursday's practice, estimated practice. So we'll see how that plays out. I still don't necessarily love him in this game. If I'm looking for starters on the Bills for my fantasy team, it's obviously Josh Allen, who set the record last week with most points on the year. He had 6 touchdowns. Ridiculous. So I would take Josh Allen, obviously.
I think it's
Cook,
the most points ever fantasy-wise for quarterback.
for a quarterback? Okay. Well, hell yeah then. Nice job, Josh. Nice job, buddy. I would like Cook in this game. I think that Cook has a resurgence in this game. You can see that in the last game they used Davis a little bit more, and then also in the same right, Josh Allen ran in 3 touchdowns. So that eats in the Cook a lot. I do like Cook in this game. I would say if I was picking one of the wide receivers as my starting wide receiver, I would probably still have to lean Shakir. I would say that my number 2 option would be Amari Cooper for the Bills side of the football. Moving on to the other side, this has got a plethora of players. I don't like Jared Goff as much as I like Josh Allen, obviously.
Yeah, no,
but I still like Jared Goff in this situation, and I will give him, against a hard team, I'm going to give him a quarterback 1 rating. Just because we've seen what Matt Stafford could do with his 2 wide receivers, we're going to see Jared Goff be able to do something similar, I would assume, with all the talent that he has. I would take Jahmyr Gibbs a lot above Monty in this game. I just think that this is a game that has, because we're fighting back and forth, points, we're going to need to throw the ball a little more.
Yeah.
So I think that's why Jahmyr Gibbs gets the edge for me.
The Lions are really good at using both running backs.
They are.
You know,
they are.
I still like both running backs for this game.
I like them
for
both.
The Lions.
I just put Gibbs probably, like, I'll say Gibbs maybe like gets 22 points and Monty would be 17. That's what I think.
That sounds about right.
So I that's where I rank those guys, both running back 1s for this game. Cook I would put more as a running back 2, just given what happened to him last week. Looking at Lions wide receivers, this is real easy. It's Amon-Ra. I know he had not a bad game, but a slower game last week. We don't need to worry about that. He'll be back in this game. I don't mind Laporta in this game for the same reason I just mentioned about Jahmyr Gibbs. Passing a lot in this game, I assume. So I think Laporta gets his in this game. I think he's the best tight end play in this game. And then last guy I want to talk about is probably Tim Patrick. I think Tim Patrick is somebody that you could probably throw on your bench for this playoffs. If you need wide receiver depth, he's a decent ad. He's playing in a high-powered air raid offense that throws the ball a lot. I would consider adding him, especially because Raymond's out. You lucked out, man. You get the next game, but first, who do you think is going to win this game, the Lions or the Bills?
I want the Lions to win this game.
I also want the Lions to win this game. You know why? Because that puts our Pittsburgh Steelers in a real good spot if they do.
Yes, it does.
So let's go Lions. We're both taking Lions. That's a little biased. Ben, why don't you take us into the next game, which is going to be an awesome one.
Yes, the next one we got our Pittsburgh Steelers going to Philly to play the Eagles, where we haven't won in a very long time.
However, hot stat, Russell Wilson's never lost to the Eagles.
Russell Wilson has never lost to the Eagles. That is wild. So
We'll see.
We'll see.
What do you like in this game? What do you know?
What do I know? I know that George Pickens is out.
Yes.
I know that Deshaun Elliott is he's going to be out. He's not going to play. Larry Ogunjobi's not going to play.
Steelers are missing some key players, folks.
Yeah. So, but I like Russell Wilson.
I still like him.
I like Russell Wilson a lot, actually.
I like Jalen and Najee.
I think Freiermuth
big game.
is going to have a big game.
Receptions at least.
A lot of receptions.
I agree with
you. I think Freiermuth's got a nice uptick without GP in the lineup.
He has over the last 2 weeks been very good as well.
And for the Eagles, I mean Barkley, you gotta play him.
Yeah, I like Barkley.
Like,
Do
dude,
you like AJ?
AJ Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't done about Barkley.
Okay, go ahead.
Because like Barkley, he's on pace to beat Eric Dickerson's single season rushing record.
Let's go, Saquon.
Yeah, he's been averaging 125 yards on the ground a game.
Well, let's go, Saquon.
Yeah. So
I'm for it.
Yeah, no, I'm for it too. I just don't want to see him go for like $150 against our defense.
Yeah, no.
Because he easily can. So I think, I mean, the key is not completely shutting him down, but slowing him down. Keep him at like 100, 110 yards. You know. Keep them out of the end zone. The Eagles will do that themselves by using the tush push anyways.
Yeah, 100%. Steelers didn't do a great job of bottling Chase Brown up, so it does.
No, the last time they played
a decent running back.
What's that?
Last time they played a decent running back.
What do you mean?
The last time the Steelers defense played against a decent running back.
Last time the Steelers went to Philly. AJ Brown torched them with like 140 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah. Last year, right?
No.
2 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely was 2 years
it was
ago.
Kenny Pickett's rookie year. So, yeah. I like the Steelers in this one by a slim margin.
Okay.
I think our defense is better than their defense.
Yes, it is.
So, and I think our special teams is going to have a hand in this game as well.
Okay.
Like they always have so far this year. I think the Steelers win on defense barely.
Okay.
But I think they'll make a play with the special teams.
Okay. Whether it's a block punt, return punt, block field
return,
goal,
something like that. Anything like that. And like, so the Eagles also haven't passed the ball. They haven't had 25 attempts.
Oh no, dude! Last game
in like the last 9 games.
Jalen Hurts had like 106 passing yards in the last game or something.
I know,
something ridiculous.
So like
low.
the anytime he throws 25 times or more,
they win.
No, I think because they've only lost twice this year. But anytime they've thrown the ball 25 times or more, Jalen Hurts he's not that good. He'll throw some interceptions. So the Eagles are limiting him throwing the ball and everything like that. So like
for a reason.
Yeah, because they got the best running back in the league.
Yeah. In this game, I would probably say it's gonna be. I like your take, and I really
right.
I'm going with you. I can't go against my boys. I'm going with the Steelers.
Yeah.
Let me ask you just some rankings in this game, and then we can move out of this one. Where do you rank A.J. Brown given the circumstances in Philadelphia? Wide receiver 1 or 2?
2.
I would agree with you. Do you rank Jalen Hurts as a top 3 quarterback this week?
No.
You don't? You think the Steelers slow him down enough?
Yeah.
Would you put him in top 10?
Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I'm putting him in top 10 regardless.
I can just see him having at least a tush push, and maybe like 1 throwing touchdown.
Yeah.
So,
pass catchers in this game, would you say Freiermuth is your number 1 option you would take, or is it A.J. Brown, you think? Devontae Smith. Do you think it's any
I like
of those
A.J.
guys?
Brown more than I like Freiermuth.
Okay.
Because
he's A.J. Brown.
He's A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
So, and he can do 5 catches, 100 yards, and 2 touchdowns or something
100%.
But I don't necessarily think that's going to happen because I don't want it to happen because I want the Steelers to win this game.
Right. I got one last one for you, and this one's a zesty one. Do you think that the combination of Jalen Warren and Najee score
Barkley
on yardage
Oh,
and
my
and
goodness.
like combined. Do you think that those
combined.
two?
I
Yeah,
think together, yeah, they'll have like the same amount.
the same amount as just him.
Yeah.
that gives you how good Saquon Barkley is because
I know.
Najee Harris and Jalen Warren do not suck.
No.
I'll jump into the next game here. This is finally some playoff contention talk here. This is the Green Bay Packers. This is a Sunday night football game, guys. Green Bay Packers heading up to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. It's going to be a tough game. These are two pretty evenly matched teams, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Seahawks, pretty good on defense, pretty good at running the football. They've got two guys who can tote it pretty well. They've got two pretty good wide receivers. One of them has been excelling every single game this season in JSN. JSN has been great. You got Geno Smith, who I think you told me the other day
leads the league in passing yards.
Leads the league in passing yards, so he's gunslinging it this year. Trying to work towards a forever contract. He's only on a 2-year deal, I believe. I think it's 2 years if I remember correctly. Packers side of the football, they're going to get Romeo Dubes back this week. You're going to see Romeo playing again. Obviously, we talked about earlier in the show the dud that Jaden Reed put up last week. I'm playing him again.
Yeah.
There's no way the guy puts up zeros 2 weeks in a row.
No,
there is.
Yeah, no.
There is a way, but I just don't think he does.
I think they're gonna try and find ways to get Jaden Reed the ball this week.
Yes, I think that they took a lot of flack from media in Green Bay. He's like your number one threat when you don't have Dubes out there. What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
I like Josh Jacobs in this game. I'm going to ask you the same question. Do you think that the combination of K9 Charbonnet can outdo Josh Jacobs solely?
Yeah.
I think that they definitely can. Is there any update on K9 as to whether he is fully back at practice or anything like that you've seen, Ben?
No, I haven't.
He's doubtful. He's already doubtful.
He's already doubtful?
Yeah, just to double check. I thought he was still doubtful and just wanted to see if there was any changes, but no, there wasn't. So, yeah, it's a Charbonnet day. I would like Charbonnet as a running back, too. He did really good last week. We can't expect that he's going to put 30-plus points up again, but we can expect him to maybe get a touchdown and like 50 yards total running and catching. So I would still play Charbonnet in my running back 2 spot. If I was picking a wide receiver on the Seattle Seahawks, I'm going with JSN. If I'm picking a quarterback in this game, I'm picking Jordan Love. I'm not picking Geno Smith. I'm picking Jordan Love over Geno Smith. More options. But getting back on Green Bay, I like Kraft in this game as well. I like him as the lead tight end in this. I would probably put him in my top tight ends for the week. Defensively, I wouldn't really want to play either one of these defenses. I know that the Packers have the number 1 interception guy this year, but I don't like the way that the Seattle Seahawks are able to undo mistakes. Like, they always have, like, on pass plays, you'll notice they'll have the running back always doing the bumping. Peel out. So he always has somebody to do something to make the play, extend. In this game, I'm gonna give it to the Packers. I think that somehow the Packers pulled this off in Seattle. This is going to be a really good football game. I'm actually kind of low-key excited about this football game. But I'm going to take the Packers. I'm going to take the Packers in this one. What do you got, man?
I'm going to take the Seahawks just to be opposite of you.
Oh, are you? Just to be opposite?
Just to be opposite. They're both very similar. They're like looking in a mirror, these two teams.
No, they really are. I agree with you.
So, but I'll just take the Seahawks just.
If there is one set-in-stone starter in this game, who is it? Is it Josh Jacobs?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so,
yeah,
too.
it's Josh.
I think it's Josh Jacobs. I don't think there's any fight for that. The next game here, this is going to be a Monday game, and I believe we have 2 Monday games.
We have 2 Monday games?
Yes, we do. We have one at 8 and one at 8:30 Eastern time. Why don't you cover the first one?
One's not on the ticker because I didn't know there was 2 Monday night games.
Oh, that's all right. We'll be able to cover it. Why don't you take this first one?
So the first one, we got the Chicago Bears going to Minnesota to play the Vikings. The Bears are a bad football team. And sirens are going off outside.
Sorry, guys. There's fire alarms going off. We're worried like we're down in the basement. Is the house on fire?
Like, what's going on? No, so the Bears are going to Minnesota to play the Vikings. Like I said, the Bears are a bad football team.
Yeah, dude. New head coach did not have a good debut last week.
No.
Crushed by the 49ers.
No. Yeah. I don't like anyone.
I don't
really
like a single Bears player. I'll tell you this
because it's just it's just, I mean, Caleb Williams has been playing a little bit better. He hasn't been turning the ball over much, but like, and then Roma Dunze's dad, tweeted out that that Rome should have 1,500 yards. He would have 1,500 yards on any other team.
What an idiot! No, he wouldn't. He hasn't even looked that great.
I mean,
I don't know. Dude.
I know. I like Roma Dunze. I think
too,
he's going to be a really good receiver. But like, come on.
Yeah. Come on. Maybe 900.
Chill out a little bit.
Yeah, like, relax.
I don't know.
Buddy.
Like, he would still be like a wide receiver 2 or 3 on any other team.
Yes.
So,
if you had to pick somebody from the Bears, who would be your one starter, your number one guy?
My number one guy.
Would it be DJ Moore?
It would be DJ Moore.
Yeah, I think so too. I think DJ Moore is the number one starter out of there. Swift has really lost my trust.
Yeah, Swift is
really downhill the last couple of weeks.
But watch him blow up this week.
Yeah, right? Who do you like Vikings-wise?
Viking-wise, I like Sam Darnold. I like JJ. I even like Addison.
Oh, I like Addison. I was hoping you'd say him.
And Aaron Jones is always a good play.
Aaron Jones is a good play. I will let you know he was on the injury report earlier this week. I believe he's
been on the injury report all year.
Yeah. He has been on the injury report all year. He did get a full practice in on Friday. It's a back injury for him.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah. Who's your number one play on that Vikings team? If you had to pick anybody, is
number
it JJ?
one play is always JJ.
Yeah, I would think it'd have to be JJ too.
It's always JJ. And I think the Vikings win this one. I think they win this one pretty handily too.
I'm going to give this game like a 31-17. Vikings. I think that the Bears will put something up.
I'll go like 31-10.
31-10?
Yeah.
Okay. You're taking one less touchdown.
Yeah, one less touchdown for the Bears.
Kind of I'm going to take the Vikings as well. I think Hawkinson really.
This is a divisional game, so who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
These
division games can go anyway.
Yeah.
So, but I really hope Hawkinson has a come up week because the last couple weeks he's not been that good. It just really let me down. I thought that his comeback to the NFL was going to be a little.
I think this week will be his
week.
week. Addison had his week last week. Hawkinson
I can see that.
I think Hawkinson will have a better week this week.
I could absolutely see that. Let me go ahead and get into this last game here, guys, and then if you're watching live with us, we're going to jump into Q&A and take any questions that you may have here in just a couple minutes. This is just the Falcons and Raiders. This is a pretty easy game for me to cover here. I'm going to take the Falcons. Are you? You're going to take the Raiders. Look at me in the face. If you're going to take the Raiders, look at me in the face.
I'm going to take the Raiders.
Oh, my God. Okay, so this is Desmond Ridder.
I know.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Raiders.
You're taking Desmond Ridder, who was cut by his team.
Kirko's been bad lately.
Yeah, Kirko has been really bad. He has 6 interceptions in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
No touchdowns.
No touchdowns in 4 weeks or something like that.
Yikes, Kirk. Kirk. Yeah, I still think that I'm going to take the Falcons in this game. I think that the best play in this entire football game is going to be Bijan Robinson. I would say the second best play in this game might actually be Sincere McCormick.
No, the second best play would be Brock Bowers.
Oh, Brock Bowers. Yeah, I could see that. He was shut down last game, didn't do anything.
He was. He helped.
So that's why I was like, on him. I will say something
more likely him being
better than not
better
good.
than
good than not good.
Yeah.
I still like Bijan the most. I will say on the Raiders, there is one thing that I did want to highlight. Jacoby Myers is the only player since the year 2000 to have as many pass catches and 0 drops. The only guy.
He doesn't have a drop this year, right?
A single drop.
Yeah. That's
so Jacoby Myers, congratulations, man. That is awesome. If there's any of those small stats that are out there, I always like to highlight them just because, like, dude, that's cool.
Yeah, that's
consistency, and I like that. If I'm looking at wide receivers in this game, I like Drake. I like Mooney. I don't like them as much because of Kirk's play. And then on the other side of the football, you kind of mentioned it. I like Brock Bowers, and I like the guy I was just talking about, Myers, for pass catchers. Sincere McCormick has been notched. He is now the starting running back for the Raiders the rest of the season, regardless if Madison comes back. Head coach announced that.
Yeah.
He's been playing well. I think he deserves it. He had average of over 5 yards a run, so why wouldn't you?
That's good.
So at that, I'm taking the Falcons. He's taking the Raiders. I would say this game is pretty high scoring. I'm going to give the Falcons probably about 24 points, and I'm going to give the Raiders probably about 21. I think this is a really close game because it's two mediocre teams. Raiders kind of really suck, but sorry, Raiders fans, it's just not your year. Other than that, though, is there anything else you wanted to cover for this week coming up for fantasy playoffs? Any notations you wanted to add? Nothing?
Kind of got it all.
I think we covered everything pretty well. Guys, I hope that your fantasy football playoffs goes well. Like I said, I already played Cooper Cup, so I'm already in the hole. I already played Purdy.
None of you, actually, probably everyone out there who has Cooper Cup probably
You
played
had to
him.
play them.
You played him. So,
But
sorry, that sucks.
hey, we're hoping for better luck tomorrow, guys. At that, if we don't have anything else, we want to thank everybody on YouTube and on Spotify for listening and watching us today.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, guys.
Really appreciate that, guys. Make sure you're subscribing down below. Hit that subscription button there. At that, we're going to go ahead and move into the Q&A section here in a couple minutes. Producer Paul, if you want to lead us on out.
Yep.
Guys, have a great weekend.
Go Army, beat Navy. I was not aware there was 2 Monday night games.
Okay. For some reason.
I mean, we're good to go.
Yeah, we're good to
I'm
go,
good to
man.
go.
You can put us back here. What's up, y'all? We're back.
And we're back.
Just a quick little break today. We didn't need to use the restroom or anything.
I don't think we really didn't need to
Take a
even
break?
Take a break.
Well, I mean,
yeah. Okay.
Eh.
Get some nicotine in you.
Anyways, guys, what's up? We're in the live Q&A section. You got questions, we got answers. Anything that you want to talk about fantasy football-wise, we are all yours. Poppy, what's up? Poppy hit me
Hey,
up.
what's up, Poppy?
She played Garendo. She was like, do I play Garendo? Do I
did
play
she?
this guy? Do I play
Yeah.
this guy? Ended up playing Garendo, probably the best skill player in that whole entire football game, him and Puka.
Kyron Williams did okay.
Did he?
Mhm.
But
But I think he ran for over 100 yards.
for the list she had, it was probably the best pick. So I'm glad that it worked out. We were worried that Garendo was going to play like 2 plays, get his foot stepped on, and then,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Just
be out the rest of the
luck
game,
for
get screwed.
49er running backs this year.
It was
Like,
yeah, Poppy says, what a strange game. Yeah, dude, the strangest
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Me and him were just complaining to each other
it
the
was
entire time.
It was pouring down rain in the first half, so like I understand the low production for both teams,
right.
you know. But then in the second half, it wasn't raining. It didn't look like it. At least not as hard as it was in the first half.
Right.
And like, it was just a bad game to watch.
Yeah, it was. It
Like-
was a terrible game to watch. OC Go Getta, what's up, brother? He was talking about earlier. We were mentioning Patrick Mahomes is getting the Tom Brady treatment now and is now a big baby. I agree.
He's totally getting.
Yeah,
babied.
I agree that
Yeah.
he is a big baby. We had a second question here. This was Radar Team. This is Tua Achan, Jamar Evans. Why is this doing
Can
that?
that go away?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Really annoying. Tua Achan, Jamar Evans, McBride. Or would you play Lamar, Charbonnet, Mixon, A.J. Brown, Ferguson? I would probably go Lamar, Jamarson, Lavar. I would go Lamar, Achan, Jamar, and Evans and McBride. That would be my picks. Mixon probably would be another option for me. But you got a lot of really good players in that list. I don't know how you ended
Yeah.
up with all of that, but that's awesome. What would you pick out of this whole list? Give them an answer real quick.
I would do Lamar, Achan, Jamar, AJ Brown, and McBride.
Yeah. You just got a lot of players there, dude. Congratulations to you. All right, getting into
that's wild.
yeah, that is wild. Getting into these questions here, Kenan, I would go Tracy over Ramondre Stevenson. I think he's the only player to play out of that entire Giants team. Skinny, I would go with Lamb, wouldn't you? over Neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I'd go Lamb
Every
over
day of the week,
Neighbors.
for as long as that's the quarterback in the Giants' offense, I would go with Lamb, Skinny. Gabriel, I seen earlier you had said he wants to go Army. He said go Army, beat Navy.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. So
I don't know what the score is.
We're
I'm interested.
vibing with you, Gabriel. Yeah, what is the score? Check
I don't
on it
know,
while I'll answer a couple. Gabriel, I would go with Goff personally against the Bills instead of Baker against the Chargers. Ben, would you just real quickly? Goff against the Bills or Baker against the Chargers? I would go with Goff. I think it's safer. I'm not loving the Baker play this week. You going Baker?
I am going Baker.
Okay. Oh no, he's Gabriel saying go Navy, beat Army.
Boo.
Oh,
Boo. They're up 14-7
Navy.
Yeah, Navy.
Oh man,
And they're in like 9 minutes.
9
41
minutes
seconds,
left. Okay.
in the third quarter.
Ooh, late in the game, getting later in the game. Okay, LG, what's up, homie? You think Adam Thielen is a? Oh, come on, dude. TikTok chat is so annoying. All right, there we go. Where's he at?
Not
LG,
the people,
there we go.
Not the people, just the way it
No,
functions.
yeah, it's it's the way that the app works. Sorry, guys. Adam Thielen is a good start over Ridley and Tyrone Tracy. I would say he's a good start over Ridley. I don't know if he's necessarily the greatest start over Tyrone Tracy. LG, you know that's just because I always pick the running back over the wide receiver if they're of the same level. That's just my thing.
I like Adam Thielen over both.
You do?
Ridley and Tyrone Tracy.
Okay, we'll see. He's more one to lean,
Especially
the
in
opposite way.
a full PPR league.
Yeah, in full PPR, I could definitely see Adam Thielen doing well. What we were talking about, LG Jordan, during the podcast, I did see you in here, so maybe you heard me. I'm a little worried that the Cowboys are going to highlight Thielen and put their best guys. I mean, they got Deron Bland. They've got Trayvon Diggs. They've got good cornerbacks to cover Thielen. So
Yeah.
that's what worries me in that situation and why I picked Tracy. But, I mean, like he said, it's not a bad play to go with him either in full PPR. Kenan, pick 2. Judy, Myers, Evans. I'm going to go with Evans and Myers.
I'm going to go Evans and Judy.
Evans and Judy?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going with Myers, Kenan, and the reason why I'm picking Myers over Judy is just because of the team that he plays against in the Falcons, and then also to kind of just double up, he catches every pass.
Yeah.
So that's why I like it. You know what I mean?
I'm going with Judy because Winston can actually sling the
Can
ball.
sling the
around.
ball.
So
No, I agree. That's not a bad pick. M asks, do I consider benching Kamara for McConkey or Jacoby Myers? You do not. You do not. I would play Kamara over both of those guys. Kamara does not have more than one game with less than 10 points in PPR. There's no reason to bench him for a McConkey who's coming off an injury or Jacoby Myers who is not that high of a level.
yeah.
You know what I mean? If you were to say A.J. Brown, I would say maybe A.J. Brown over Kamara, but not Jacoby Myers or McConkey.
Wow, Gabriel's in the Navy.
What's that?
He's in the Navy.
Oh, are
Thank you for your service, bud. I was in the
Yeah.
Army for 3 years.
Gabriel, thank you so much, man. W's in the
So,
chat for
but
Gabriel
still,
for
go
his
Army,
service.
beat Navy.
But yeah, he was in the Army, so you guys are going to combat each other on that one for sure. Tyreek or neighbors this week? Tyreek all day, Skinny.
Yeah, Tyreek all day.
JMO wants to know Rico Dowdle or Chase Brown.
Oh, Chase Brown.
I would go Chase Brown as well. For a flex position, would you play Bigsby, Charbonnet, or Worthy? I'd play Charbonnet.
Charbonnet.
Yeah, I would play Charbonnet, Gabriel. Rome wants to know DK Metcalf or DJ Moore. DK Metcalf, Green Bay, DJ Moore, Vikings. I'm thinking DK Metcalf just because of matchup.
Yeah, I'm going to go matchup dependent on this and say Metcalf.
Yeah, I think it's a matchup dependent on that one. Those guys are about the same level, Rome, but I like DK's matchup a little bit better. Skinny, we got you there. I would go Kraft over Ferguson off of waivers, Poppy. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I would, just in a better offense, better quarterback.
I like Kraft better than I like Ferguson.
You heard that Diggs is out. Oh, I didn't actually know that. Let me double check on that. I didn't know that Trayvon Diggs would be out. I didn't see him get injured in the last game. Yeah, go ahead and answer that one while I look it up.
Cedric.
Right
What's
there.
he got here?
Yeah, he's got Mahomes, Stroud.
Mahomes. I see it. So, so let's see. We got Mahomes, Stroud, or AR. Leaning Stroud because he's indoors.
I'm going Mahomes, man. You're right. He is right. Season-ending surgery for Diggs.
I think I'm with Cedric Jones on this one. Going with Stroud.
Going with Stroud because he plays
Yeah.
indoors. I could see that, and Mahomes playing against Cleveland. Cleveland could give him a rough time, so I can
Mahomes
see that.
just not having a great statistical year.
Yeah, for sure, Cedric. I'm going to lean with him as well. I think that Stroud indoors and against the team that he plays against is going to be a little bit better. Gabriel says he loves it. Oh, my God, TikTok. He loves it. He's been active duty for 5 years, currently heading to recruiting duty. Oh, boy.
Oh, nice, dude.
That's at least a desk job, right? Isn't recruiting desk job?
Pretty much.
Yeah, at least you're getting out of, being out.
Yeah, you're not like in like a regular unit.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Gabriel, thank you so much for your service, man. I really appreciate it. I'm too big of a pussy to be in the military, so I appreciate you, and I appreciate him too. You guys are dope. LG says, have y'all seen any updates on Hall and if he's playing? Yeah, dude, he is playing. He's expected to play, LG. That's a knee injury. I don't love it. I don't necessarily want to put him in. Poppy, thank you for the TikTok hat. You the best, Poppy.
Thank you, Poppy.
We love you, Poppy. LG, I just off the top of my memory, I can't remember who your running backs are. I know you got some good ones. I think Bucky is one of them. So you're kind of hurting this week. If you have to play Brees, do it. But it's really sketchy to be putting him in.
Yeah.
Rome wants to know, would you go Jonathan Taylor or DJ Moore? I would probably go with Jonathan Taylor, though I don't necessarily love Jonathan Taylor in the matchup against the Broncos. With Anthony Richardson doing a lot of goal line running, it has been taking away from Jonathan Taylor. Would you lean John or would you lean DJ?
Flex DJ Moore.
Yeah, you would flex DJ Moore. So he's going to apparently take all the wide receivers, and I'll take all the running backs today. It seems like how that's going to go. User says, I need some help. It's a big play. User, let us know. I would play Sutton. There it is. I would play Sutton over Rico Dowdle.
I would play Sutton over.
And it's not often
Rico in the flex
that you hear me say to take the wide receiver over the running back. So that one's a big one, dude. I would take Sutton over Rico. Cedric, no problem, man. Hope you're following. Guys, do want to just make a note that this may disappear. So make sure that you follow us there on one of our other socials so that in the future we can hang out together and you guys can be a part of our community. We're always live, same time here on YouTube. I don't want to lose you guys, in the future here when if something in the government happens that ruins something. So make sure to find us on our other socials. We love to hang out with you guys. Let's see here. Next question.
TikTok. Go down.
Yeah, that's
my God, I forgot about that.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
so I don't want to lose all of the people that we hang out with on a weekly basis. So guys, make sure that we put them so that they roll across the bottom of the screen. Links are in the bio. Real easy to just click the link in the bio, and you're good to go if anything happens. Let's get back into these questions here. We got a couple. LG says, sounds good. I have Achane, Josh Jacobs, then Garendo, Allen on my bench. Okay, I knew you had some decent guys, man. Yeah, but I would go Achane and Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, I would still play Achane and Josh Jacobs.
But the other one is Brees.
I know, I understand this, but it's
I would
the Jets.
Brees.
They're having a bad year.
Yeah.
Just
excuse me.
I don't know. They are playing the Jaguars, but
he said he forgot he has Tyrone Tracy as well. I wouldn't. I would just go with Achane and Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, you can leave Tracy on the bench.
Mm-hmm. Give him what you have, man. Jay Marquette wants to know McCormick, Ramondre, or BTJ. I'm going Ramondre because McCormick, lad, I think he means McCormick. Oh, McCormick. No, yes, Sincere McCormick. Man, no, I wouldn't put Sincere McCormick over Ramondre Stevenson this week. I think I like Ramondre. I like Ramondre against the Cardinals.
Go BTJ.
You're going to go BTJ?
Yeah.
You did say the Jaguars are going to win, so I can understand why you would do that, and you just are on that wide receiver kick.
I am.
I would say that he's right, though. I would rank them Ramondre, BTJ, and then McCormick. So he ranks them BTJ, probably Ramondre, then McCormick.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
In that order.
So there you go, Marquette. Pick between that option. Sorry that we couldn't come to an agreement for you. Soul wants to know Rico Dowdle or James Conner or Brees. I would go James Conner.
Yeah, James Conner, then Brees, then
Yeah, Soul King. I would put, just because of the injury, you need two choices. Then I would go Rico. I wouldn't play Brees injured. I just don't want to. It scares me. Knee injury, running back.
I'm still playing Brees Hall over Rico Dowdle.
Okay, and I can see why he is the better player in reality. Go James Conner and Brees, Soul King. I think you'll still have a pretty good matchup there. Marquette, no problem, man.
User
I would go
325937901, whatever.
Yeah, I would go Tracy. 100%. I would go Tracy over Swift. Swift plays against the Vikings. We already said that he's been doing bad the last couple of weeks. Last week, 15 rushes for 48 yards. I can't pick Swift. There's nothing that can make me pick Swift.
The matchup sucks for Swift.
Yeah.
Tracy.
Yeah, I would pick Tracy. Would you go Ramondre or Tracy in full PPR for Tyson?
Oh. Tracy.
I would go Tracy as well for full PPR Tyson.
He does get targets out of the backfield. So,
User 94, what is the best defenses for playoffs? I really like the Broncos. I like the Vikings, and that pretty much sums up my favorite defenses. I like Vikings,
Steelers,
and Broncos. Steelers play the Chiefs,
so
and the Ravens in the playoffs, the fantasy playoffs.
So
I don't want to play them against either of those teams.
I love those matchups.
All right, well, we have different opinions on that one.
Our defense is good, so
I just don't like it though.
I know you don't like it, but I do.
Users, so we're saying Steelers, Broncos, Vikings. I think those are some pretty good choices too. LG Jordan needed a win this week for playoffs. LL, kind of scary because I'm projected to win by 2 points. LG Jordan, I'm going to tell you this straight up, dog. Projections don't matter.
Projections don't matter.
They don't matter, dog. Don't even look at them. Just go with what your gut says is going to be the best team. You're going to win, dog. You've been winning all season, LG. We already know it. Cam, would you go Neighbors or Addison? I'm going Addison. How about you, bud? I can't like Neighbors with that quarterback. I just can't against the Ravens. It's not happening for me. It's Addison.
Yeah, it's Addison.
I know. I had to give you a little bit to make
It's
sure
Addison.
it's Addison. Drew wants to know, would you play Amari Cooper or Myers this week? That one's a little closer.
That is the one. That is a little closer. I think I like Coop a little bit more than I like Myers.
I would say Coop's going to be a pretty good play because of the shootout against the Lions. So
Yes.
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
On a normal basis, though, Drew, I would pick Myers over Cooper just because he's the number one wide receiver on that team, whereas Cooper kind of is in the mix of two. Like, he's not number one. Yeah, it's weird. Bill, Mahomes, Knicks, Winston tomorrow. I'm going Knicks, Winston, then Mahomes. That's my ranking.
You think Winston has a better fantasy day than Mahomes?
Yes, sir. They play each other.
I know. Knicks.
You're going Knicks? Okay. Let's see here. Flock, what's up, dude? Live later this week? Yeah, dude, I should be able to. I did start a new job, and I work in the afternoon, so that is what is prohibiting me from really getting on anybody else's shows at this exact moment, Flock. But I'll let you know when I get my schedule to let you know. Started working at a ski resort. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. Next
I
question here.
Too.
What's that?
I should have applied too.
Yeah, you should have. That would have been fun, dude.
I know.
You come work with me in the afternoons.
Yeah.
Rock, what's up, Rock? How you doing, brother? Should I drop K9 for Charbonnet? I wouldn't drop him. Put him in.
No, have both.
This is what I would tell you to do, Rock. I know that he's probably listed as doubtful for you right now if you're in Yahoo. Just wait until he gets marked as out. Put K9 in your IR spot. Pick up Charbonnet. Now you have both, brother. That's the way I would go about it. Or if you have somebody else that you can drop, because I mean it's going to be a hot commodity with Charbonnet just sitting there in your free agency.
Yeah, no, if you can, I would get both. If I could.
I would try to have
Go
both
get
though. Thielen or Keenan Allen? Thielen for me.
Thielen.
Yeah, 100%. Cam, we answered that one for you in case you didn't hear it. Addison.
Yeah,
and
we both
yes,
said Addison.
and regardless of Chicago's defense, I would still play Addison because Neighbors against the Ravens. I don't think that Tommy DeVito is going to have a lot of time to throw the football, and obviously they haven't been very good underneath of any quarterback so far this season. Drew, thank you for the follow, man. Drew, you may have missed our answer for you. We want you to take Thielen over Myers. I would take Thielen over Myers.
Yeah, I would take Thielen over Myers as well.
Matt Nelson, how you doing this afternoon, brother? I would take Shakir over Myers as well. We think that the Buffalo Bills and Detroit game is going to be a shootout. And in order for that to be true, obviously the best wide receiver, the one who catches the ball most on the Bills, has to do well. So Shakir would be our choice there.
Nope, Myers is going to be my choice there.
Oh, is it really?
Yep.
Okay. Bill, no problem, man. Anytime you have any questions, which ski resort? It's called Boyce Park. It's owned by the county here in Pittsburgh. So it's a fun spot. It's a nice little ski resort. Nothing crazy, but something fun to do.
Yeah, they got to use fake snow most of the year, most of the winter time. So.
Not fake snow.
What?
It's not fake snow.
It's fake snow.
It's snow made by a machine, but it's not fake snow.
It's fake.
No, it's
okay,
not.
man-made snow. Fake
Edgar.
snow. Oh, man-made snow.
Well, I didn't hear what Paulie said, but he had an opinion on that.
Was
too.
basically saying I wasn't wrong.
You're not right either. Anyways, Edgar, should I start Shakir or AJ Brown? That one's easy. AJ Brown, bro.
A.J.
Even
Brown.
though we're Steeler
Yeah,
fans.
no, it's A.J. Brown.
Paul says it's a stretch. Hey, it's called the Four Seasons Resort. Actually, is what it's called. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah, eat shit. Bill, how about MHJ? Paul fell out of his seat.
Okay, what's going on upstairs?
He's like, I need to Google this right now. How about MHJ, JMO, and Thielen sit one?
Why can't this moment be clippable?
Yeah, I know, right? I would sit MHJ, Bill. I would go with Thielen and JMO in your situation. MHJ, we ranked as a wide receiver 4. JMO has a lot more boom potential, and Thielen, we think, is probably a wide receiver 2-3 this week. You agree with me, right? MHJ is the one out of JMO, Thielen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rock, what's up, dude? You were asking for 3 on this one? Yeah, no problem. I would go, let's see. Oh, it's easy. The first 3.
Oh,
man.
yeah, it's the first 3.
It's the first 3. A.J. Brown, Collins, CD. Put London on your bench. Everybody I was 3-7, and I was struggling. Found this podcast. Now I'm 7-7. Let's
Hell
go.
yeah,
High five
dude.
for LG Jordan.
High
Let's
five.
go, LG. That's what we want to hear, dude. We want you in the
What we like
money,
to see.
dog. Let's see here. Commanders or Bengals defense? Ooh, dude, I would take the Bengals defense. I would take the Bengals defense. Bengals against Titans, Commanders against Saints. Saints still have Kamara.
They do.
The Titans don't have anything.
Find another defense.
Yeah. I would go Bengals if you had to pick between those
I don't
two.
know.
Let's see here. Poppy used to live in. Oh, you worked in Oh man, that's not even comparable, Poppy.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Not
Tahoe
dude.
Resort's
Poppy.
so much better there. I've never been there, but I can assume that they're so much better
Yeah.
than
One, there's mountains
here. Yeah, because they
Poppy-
have actual mountains.
Poppy, the resort I work at has a hill, okay?
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
has like a beginner's hill, it has a tubing hill, and then it has a alpine trail.
I mean, all these
it's
hills,
not-
all
it's not
these
that
hills
crazy.
are connected to the Appalachian Mountain
Yes.
chain, but like they're
They're
not you got to go further inland,
Yeah, you got to go more towards Philly, Harrisburg
further
for
east
that.
for the actual
Yeah.
mountains.
But Poppy, that is super dope. I wish I could have that experience being up in the mountains. That'd be dope. Ricky wants to know QJ, Dubes, Coleman, Leggett. Oh man, you're scraping. You're scraping, brother. I would say probably Dubes and Quentin Johnson for me, the first 2. Coleman coming back from the wrist injury. Leggett against the Cowboys. I don't know if I love or hate that. He dropped the game-winning touchdown last week. Quentin Johnson had a really good game last week. So I'm going to go Dubes coming back from his head injury, and I'm going to go Quentin.
yeah, those are the best.
yeah.
Those are the best 2 to pick from.
Oh, okay. How about you? You answer this one for Edgar. I'm going to take a sip of my drink, but
What
this
about
is a pretty good
for
one.
Edgar. Judy. I like Judy over Shakir.
You would go Judy over Shakir?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess so. In a debate with myself, Horace, Mr. Drew, that's what I'm always in a debate with myself. He wants us to pick 3. He's got Myers, Coop, Thielen, Garrett Wilson, and Pollard. I'd put Pollard in your flex. I'd put Garrett Wilson, and I would play Myers. That would be my 3. How about you?
Thielen, Wilson, Pollard.
Oh, same people. That's who I said. Oh, I said Myers.
You said Myers.
I said Myers over Thielen. Okay. Well, either way, I think Myers and Thielen are interchangeable, Drew, but I think Garrett Wilson and Pollard are set in stone starters.
Mario Hernandez, Keenan Allen, or D-Hop.
Yeah.
Hopkins, it's going to be Hopkins for me.
Yeah, it's going to be Hopkins for me as well. I don't like Keenan Allen against the Vikings. Let me see here, guys. I'm going to try to answer as many questions as you can. We do have one of our really good friends' birthday parties we have to get to this afternoon.
Bill
So,
says Cincy
yeah,
or Denver's D. It's Denver's D.
Yeah, it's Denver's defense,
D.
Bill. Bill, 100% pick up Denver's defense. You can use Denver's defense the rest of the freaking season, my guy.
Yep.
Yeah, Poppy, I know. I have to talk it up a little bit though and be like, yeah, look at this resort. It's a hill. It's a hill with some snow on
it's
it.
just a big hill
Vito, thank
that
you
has
for the follow,
man-made
man.
snow the majority of the winter time on it.
Yeah. It does have a lot of snow right now. Silver, what's up, dude? Should I start Falcons, Commanders, or Jets defense? Falcons against the Raiders. For some reason,
I mean, that's probably
probably the Commanders. I like the
the
Commanders.
Raiders suck though.
Yeah, the Raiders suck. You are right. I'll take the Falcons defense.
Yeah, give
in
me
this
the
situation.
Falcons defense.
100% Silver. He's right because Commanders still have to play.
Even though I did pick the
Come on.
Raiders to win that game, but
Yeah, I like the Falcons defense in that. Vito, here's your question. No problem, dude. Start to half PPR.
yeah, okay.
Oh, I'm gonna go McLaurin, and because it's half PPR, BTJ or Thielen.
I'm
Definitely
gonna go.
McLaurin.
See, I'm gonna go Thielen and BTJ because McLaurin sometimes only catches the ball 4 times a game.
I guess, but
When
I mean,
Thielen and BTJ normally get like 6,
Jordan was
7,
something.
8.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see where you're coming from just because of what the numbers say. I'm going to go BTJ and McLaurin. He's going Thielen and BTJ. So at least we both met in the middle on BTJ as one of the answers for you, Vita. Depending on your quarterback, I don't know. I would probably play McLaurin personally, but he's saying go the opposite way. Bill, Elijah Moore carry any value with Tillman out? Yes. Yes, he does.
Yeah,
Yes, he
a little
does,
bit.
Bill.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. He also has been, without those guys being out, has been getting used as well and getting targeted, Bill. I think that's an okay pickup for you, sir. Ricky, thank you for the follow, man. Alex, what's up, homie? Yeah, he did pull through. Puka.
Yeah, Puka had
Yeah,
had a decent day.
Absolutely. The opponent had Pearsall. Man, ouch for him.
Yeah,
Dude,
one catch for 16 yards.
how about this, Alex? I played freaking Cooper Cup. I'm real happy about it. Jaden Reed, Cooper Cup, week after week, double zeros for me. Hate my life, but I still won, so I'm okay. Hopefully Cooper Cup's mistake doesn't screw me this week. Ricky, how you doing, brother? I'm scraping. I got Jamar starting, 4 running backs. Jacobs,
with 4
Brown.
running backs.
What?
He's got Jamar. Okay, just go ahead. Keep going. So I'm sorry.
You're all right. Stupid TikTok. I'm scraping, but I got Jamar starting with 4 running backs. Jacobs, Brown, Pollard, Pacheco. Ricky, I like Jacobs and Brown.
I do. I like Jacobs and Brown.
I think Jacobs and Brown would be your starters.
And then flex, I would Pollard.
I would flex Pollard. I would keep Pacheco out for now, Ricky. Just my opinion, honestly. Rock, is Jalen Hurts still a good start even against Steelers defense? Unfortunately, yes. Yes, he is.
Just because of that
Tush
stupid push.
Just because of the tush push, Rock. It's. Jordan, we've been talking about this a little bit in here, man. We kind of think with the whole Breece Hall situation, Jordan, if you have a better option, I would go with it because Breece Hall, knee injury, playing through knee injury.
But see, they're probably already playing their second best running back. So, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Jordan, let us know who would be somebody that you would replace Breece with for this week. We kind of let you know what we think about it. Vito start 2, Connor, TJ or JT. Wow, and Tracy. I kind of got the 2 names mixed together. Would you go Connor, JT?
I'm going
Tracy?
Connor and Jonathan Taylor.
Me too. I'm going Connor and Jonathan Taylor. No problem, Vito. No problem, dude. Can't make up your mind. Start 3, Silver. Yeah. Where are they at, buddy? You didn't end up writing them, but anyways, you get them in there. We know that's what you're asking about. Jordan, I have Cup 2. Thankfully, I'm. Oh yeah,
there
we're
you
on
go.
bye as well,
Yeah,
Jordan.
we're on
That's
bye
right.
too.
We're on the winnings.
Because I had Debo I have Debo, and thank goodness I'm on bye.
Bill, I wouldn't necessarily. He wants to know if we would fade Cup. I wouldn't fade him that much. This game was bad. Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't fade him that much.
His division game in the rain. The team he was playing against was playing for their playoff hopes. Obviously, the Rams were too.
Yeah, this was one of those rare blips on the radar games.
I wouldn't fade
bad
him.
games for Cooper Kupp.
Bill, if you're playing him at wide receiver 1, I would maybe move him to wide receiver 2. You would really have to have somebody great coming off the bench to take his spot for me to really think that. You know what I'm saying? Here's Silvers. He wants to start 3, London, Higgins, JSN, Ladd, or Sharp. I'm going to go, for 3 people, I'm going to go Sharp, I'm going to go JSN, and I'm going to go London against the Raiders.
I'm going to go Higgins, JSN, and Sharp.
Okay. So we're only off on one of those, a switch of a wide receiver there, Silver, but definitely Sharp and JSN. Wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Thought on Flowers this week, Mario? I think he's going to do well. One thing that I was talking with Ben about when we were doing the podcast portion is I'm worried that the Ravens do so well in this game that they actually start benching guys. Like Lamar, like Zay Flowers.
Because,
whenever
the Ravens play an NFC team, they tend to roll on them.
I will say
they're the only.
The Giants beat them with Daniel Jones, I think either last year or the year before.
Oh, really?
The Giants are one of the only teams, I think either the only team or one of the only teams to ever beat Lamar in the NFC. The NFC doesn't beat Lamar.
Yeah. Okay.
But the Giants did.
The Giants did.
But
Why is it always the Giants?
I don't know.
Why
The
is it always
Giants.
the
It
Giants?
is always the
Like,
Giants.
It's always the Giants.
Mario,
doing something like that.
Are we ranking Flowers wide receiver 2 this week, regardless of what we think about that benching stuff?
Yes.
I think Mario, to your answer.
That's his ceiling.
Yeah, that's his ceiling. He's going to be a ceiling wide receiver 2 this week. Here's one from
Ooh,
Alex.
I like
This
this
is a
question.
tough one.
This is a tough one.
I would go with Mayfield over Young. Bryce Young. I think, even though, Alex, I know why you're asking, because we were kind of talking about this, Mayfield against the Chargers. That is a tough matchup for him. But Bryce Young against the Cowboys does look like a light at the end of the tunnel play. What do you think? I want to hear your answer on this one. He's been going Mayfield on basically everything else.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go Mayfield over Young.
It was a tough matchup.
Yeah, it is a touch. I mean, but Baker seems to thrive for tough matchups.
He does.
And me personally, I'm going Mayfield over Young.
Yeah,
Like,
I would go Baker in his situation too.
I
He's
do
been
like
running
Bryce.
Baker all
I do
year.
like Bryce Young.
I do like Bryce
though.
Young.
He
as well
has
in this
been playing
game.
better. He's still like quarterback 3 for me though.
Ricky wants to know Tucker Kraft, Leggett, or Coleman for Pacheco as my second flex. Ooh, I would say that probably my favorite out of that is actually Tucker Kraft, Ricky, just because he's the most involved in that offense. My number 2 would be probably Pacheco. Honestly, I would like Pacheco more than Coleman or Leggett. Do you?
I like Pacheco more than.
Yeah, I
Coleman
like
or
Pacheco
Leggett.
more than Coleman or Leggett, buddy. Just for that situation. If you have somebody else on the bench, I maybe could beat out Pacheco because he's not that high on my list. I'm not going to lie. I have 4 running backs, Gibbs, Hall, Bucky, and McCormick. Okay, so Jordan is worried, obviously, because both of these guys here in the middle, Hall and Bucky. Bucky's looking like he's out. Most likely, he's game time decision, right?
Yeah, he's
And
a game
Hall
time decision.
is projected to play. Would you play Gibbs and McCormick and just leave the stress of these 2 guys out?
No, if Hall plays, it's Gibson Hall.
Okay. So, yeah, Jordan, what I would do is I would wait till...
Hall looks like he's going to play.
Yeah,
so.
he's announced himself that he's going to play.
Okay, then Gibson
yeah.
Hall.
I would say, Jordan, up until 90 minutes before game time, I would have Hall in. If you get news that he gets bumped out, put McCormick in. That would be my play for that. Mario, I think we answered for you that we think that the ceiling for Flowers is wide receiver 2. Edgar. Now, what about Jacoby Myers or Shakir? My bad. Was asking. Yeah, you're trying to win this week. Yeah, no problem, dude. Would you go with Myers or Shakir? I think you answered this one, and you said Myers.
Did I?
Yes.
I did say Myers.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is Myers.
Yeah, I could see it being Myers. Both are a decent play. I would lean Myers because when he gets the ball, he's not going to drop the ball, and he's been doing pretty decent over the last couple weeks. Ravens lost to the Eagles this year. Oh, yeah, that's right. Like literally 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, they are.
they're
But he said they're roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Ricky.
31-2 against NFC teams.
Yeah, the
so,
other
like,
team is Daniel Jones and the Giants, though, which is wild.
Yeah.
I think there was a block kick involved in the game. I think, if I remember correctly. Either way.
I
Next
don't
one.
remember.
Bill, Garrett, Wilson, BTJ, Sutton, DJ Moore, sit 1.
Sit 1.
DJ Moore. I'm sitting DJ Moore over all 3 of these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting
Mm-hmm.
DJ Moore.
Oh, here's one for you. How about you take this one? Johnny or Hawkins?
Johnny or Hawkinson? I'm going Johnny.
Okay. Yeah, I would think that Johnny might be a little bit better at starting this game. Hawkinson has been losing my faith, my trust. You guys think that Falcons D going to be good next week against the Giants, or should you stash the Packers against the Saints? I would rather have the Falcons against the Giants.
I would much
100%.
rather have the Falcons against the Giants.
Yeah, I would go Falcons this week against the Raiders and then run them back next week, dog, against the Giants. I think that's a good play, Alex. That's a good call out too for anyone else who's asking about defenses. Alex has a good one in here. W's in the chat for Alex for that one. Thanks,
Yeah.
Alex. Jordan, Thielen and flex over Devonta Smith.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I would play Thielen against the Cowboys instead of Devonta Smith against our Steelers. Alum, what's up, buddy? Mooney, Sutton, Waddle, Keenan Allen, James Cook, Thielen, MVS. Choose 3.
Choose 3.
Why don't you pick 3 and then I'll pick the second 3?
Okay, I'm going to go James Cook,
Okay.
Thielen,
Uh-huh.
and Sutton.
I'm going to go Mooney, Sutton, James Cook.
Okay.
So we're kind of on the same board. He likes Thielen a little bit more than Mooney. I could see why, but I'm going to go with Mooney because of his deep playability. Sutton because he's Sutton.
I love the wily old vet.
You like, yeah, you
I
like,
love
you
Thielen.
like him.
I love
I can
Lowry
understand
all day.
why. He's been doing really well. Guys, let us know. You have any other questions? Pop them in chat. Like I said, it's one of our best buddies' birthdays today. He has a birthday party. We're actually running about 30 minutes late to it right now. But we're here to hang out with you guys as long as you need us in here for it. So, Broncos or Minnesota defense? I like Broncos defense against the Colts a little more than I like the Minnesota defense against the Bears. But I know that you said it was going to be a blowout, 31-10. So would you take the Minnesota Vikings defense?
I mean, they're kind of like the same to me.
Okay.
So, I mean, either one.
Either one. Yeah, I kind of agree with him, Jordan. I think that it's either one. I would lean
Either one's a
Broncos.
good play.
I'd lead Broncos just a little bit more because of the ability of Anthony Richardson to throw interceptions. That's why I would lean that way. Alum, you guys think Cook won't get his TDs taxed by Josh Allen again? No, I don't think so, man. That was a wild one, wasn't
I think
it, though?
Cook might get one.
I think he might get one, or I think that he has
I think
more
it
than a
gets-
50% chance.
I
to
think
get
it
one.
gets one.
Yeah. But I don't think that it's going to be the Josh Allen show again as much with like 6 touchdowns, 3 on the ground, 3 through the air. I think that he's, able to use his people a little more in this game.
Yeah.
Ricky wants to know, would you play Sam Darnold against the Bears or would you play Jordan Love against Seattle? In Seattle.
See,
I think I'm going to take Sam Darnold.
I know. I'm going
Easy.
to take Jordan Love.
You are?
Yeah.
Ricky, the reason why I'm taking Sam Darnold, playing indoors, playing at home, has JJ. Love, playing away, doesn't have Justin Jefferson. That's my answer for that one. Jordan, is there any pickups this week or no? Jordan, it really depends. I think that you're in 10 or 12-man leagues, so I didn't pick up anybody. I didn't pick up a single player.
Yeah, I picked up 2.
You picked up who were
Well,
they?
because they were
Yeah,
Bo
you picked
Nix
up
and
2,
Tank Bigsby.
Yeah, I would say, Jordan, if Tank Bigsby is out there, he's a decent pickup. Sincere McCormick is a decent pickup. There isn't really a ton of guys. Ricky just mentioned Tim Patrick. He was somebody I said that everyone should add to their watch list for the remainder of the season. It's wishy-washy. You've been winning with the guys you have on your team.
Yeah.
So it's kind of absurd.
I mean, in deeper formats, like 12, 14.
There's maybe a guy
teams.
or two out there, but
Yeah.
there isn't a ton. And I don't want you dropping somebody for a week, just 1 week matchup kind of game.
Yeah.
When you're going for the cup at this point in time. Alex, what game y'all guys hype about Sunday? I'm hype about the one that you just mentioned, Alex. I'm hype about the
Yep.
Bills and Lions. I'm also hype about this Packers and Seahawks, and I'm hype about the Steelers and Eagles. Those are my games.
Uber hyped about this Steelers-Eagle game.
Me too. I think that it's going to be close. We could get really disappointed. Scott, what's up, Scott? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Scott?
Let me see here. Next question here is Tim. You know Scott?
I do know
Oh,
Scott.
cool. Yeah.
I think I've only met him like maybe a couple times, but I knew Blake. Me and Blake.
Okay.
me and Blake.
Yeah, his younger brother.
Yeah, me and Blake graduated together.
Tim. Tim Patrick is a Broncos legend. I like Tim Patrick. I like his story. The fact he got injured twice, came back. He's doing well on a new team.
Yeah.
Left his old team with dignity. I really like him. I don't know if he's necessarily a move, Ricky, to play against the Bills tomorrow, but he is definitely somebody that I want you guys to either watch list or if you have that empty roster spot, you could add him to the roster if you're in a deeper league. That's it for you. Yeah, it's probably going to be it for us too, Alex. Have a great weekend, brother. I hope you pull out the win. Murray for Week 16 against the against Carolina, or Daniels against Atlanta. I would go Daniels for Week 17, Jordan. That's where I'm leaning. Guys, at that, we are going to end a little bit early. Well, not really early. It's 40 after. Yeah, we are going to end a little bit early, though, just because we've got a birthday party to get to. Silver, I got your question for you before we lead out. He wants to know Kincaid, Hunter Henry, or Kraft.
Kraft.
Not Stone Smart. I would go Kraft, Silver. That would be who I would take. Guys, I hope you have a great weekend from me and Ben here at the Wombo Combo Show. We will talk to you again here coming up on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
And we're hoping when you
So-
come into chat, you're telling us that you
wait.
have the wins. Make sure that you
Hold on. I need
shoot
an
us a
update.
message.
I need an update on this Army game. Oh, wow. 21-10.
21-10 Army.
21-10 Navy.
Navy.
21-10 Navy.
Gabriel.
Navy's up.
You're taking the dub today. Guys,
Yeah.
have a great
Damn.
night. We'll talk to you later. Peace out.
Bullshit. Oh, there's still a whole quarter left. but yeah, Army's 11-1. Like that's wild. But normally they're like not 11-1. Normally they're like